What's up, you guys? My name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. Now, 2 weeks ago I talked about some of my favorite books, and I also mentioned that I had bought a new book called I Am, and I said I'll give a little update when I'm done reading it, and well, I am done reading it. It's one of the best books that I say that about every single book that I read. It's probably one of my favorites book. I mean, I say that about every single book. Every single book that I read, I'm like, oh my god, that's one of my favorite books. Yes, it is. Probably my top 5, top 4. It talks about who am I, why am I here, how life works, and it's a very powerful book. So I just wanted to touch briefly on that and talk about it because I got a lot of my questions answered with this book and it's fantastic. So let's get into the video. So part 1 is what am I? Now it talks about us being energy and us being, pure, beautiful, infinite, everlasting source energy, and us coming into this physical body so we can experience this thing called life. And I've always believed that, and I think it's so powerful because we are more than just our bodies and what we look like. Yes, I look like this and this is what, I physically am, but that's not really what I am. Does that make sense? I don't know. It talks about us being energy and that we have control of our lives and how we create ourselves, the person that we present to life every single day. And it talks about our beliefs and how our beliefs influence our life. So basically, most of information that you encounter every single day in different situations is neutral. Now think about it this way. If you are going to a basketball game with 2 of your friends, there's team A, there's team B. Now one of your friends is rooting for team A and the other friend is rooting for team B. Now you or me, I'm not really a fan of sports. I don't really follow sports, so I'm just neutral. I couldn't care less if team A won or team B won. So the game is really intense, and then finally team A wins, and your friend who was rooting for that team is ecstatic. He's like, oh my god, this was one of the best games. I'm so happy. This was amazing. Whereas your friend who was rooting for team B is gonna be upset. He's probably gonna be like, that was such a shitty game. It's so unfair. And the thing is, if you take the game just on its own, just like that, 2 teams playing a game, it's neutral. This information is neutral. Am I affected by who won? No, because I don't care. I don't follow the rules. I don't follow the teams. I couldn't care less. But your friend who was rooting for team A, he loves the team. He thinks they deserve to win. They are better, and that's his beliefs, that they're the best team. They deserve to win. They're better than the opposite team, whereas your friend who's rooting for the team B thinks exactly the same things. So when team A won, your friend who was rooting for that team is having an amazing experience, whereas your friend who's rooting for team B is probably not having such a great experience. So just by itself, the information is neutral, and that's how I perceive it. It's neutral. I don't care that team A won. Like, I'm good. It doesn't matter. So it's not about the information itself, it's about how you perceive it through your beliefs. Now, another example would be if you think that people who have tattoos are bad people. Now, if you're walking down the street and then you see a person approaching who has a lot of tattoos, and you have a belief that tattoos equal bad people, you're gonna get really tense. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I should probably cross the street because this person is gonna rob me or something's gonna happen. So that is your belief. Now, the person on itself, it's neutral. You don't know the person, you can't judge the person by the way it looks, but because of your beliefs, that's how you're gonna experience the situation, and that's how you're gonna interpret the situation. So it's all about our perception and how we see everything through our beliefs, and I think it's so powerful and so true, and it totally makes sense. Now, part 2 talks about how am I, and there's this amazing quote that says, how you declare yourself through the beliefs that begin with I am dictates your moment-to-moment reality. So powerful, and it couldn't be more true. Now, a lot of people have negative beliefs. They have beliefs such as I am stupid, I am not worthy, I am ugly, I never have money, nothing good ever happens to me. So it's a lot of negative beliefs, and our life and our reality serves as a mirror to ourselves. So if you keep having these negative beliefs about yourself, your life has to match that, because life and, reality, so to say, wants to confirm your beliefs. Because if you have a belief, I am not worthy, I am ugly, and nothing good ever happens to me, and you're so confident in that belief, your life and your reality has to match that. So it's almost like it keeps giving you feedback every single day that like, yeah, your beliefs are true. Let me just give you more instances where, you're not good in anything and everything bad keeps happening to you. Now, on the other side, you can have beliefs such as I am amazing, I am always wealthy, I am always healthy, I am beautiful, and life is gonna work to confirm those beliefs. That is one of the reasons why I'm very conscious and aware of what I say about myself, and also how I talk about myself and my life to others, because I believe that words have a lot of power. So I would never say things such as I am ugly, I'm stupid, I'm broke, I'm so unlucky. I never say that, because yes, as I said, words have power, so I always make sure that I have some positive and empowering beliefs, and also sentences that start with I am. So the second chapter deals primarily with I am, and how you create yourself and how you create all the circumstances and events that happen to you. Because it's just like a mirror. The universe is so perfect that it keeps reflecting back to you what you give out. So part 3 is why am I? And it talks about, once again, that the universe doesn't beat around the bush, and you cannot fool the universe. So, if you have negative beliefs about money, but you are just saying to yourself, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I love money, but you're not really believing it, and then you're like, why is this not happening? Like, life, I keep saying that I'm wealthy, but I keep being, in financially bad situations. You have to really believe it, and you have to be confident in it, because you can't have a fake belief. You can't, convince yourself of something that you don't believe to be true. So beliefs are very, very powerful, and beliefs are just thoughts that you keep thinking over and over again. That's how beliefs are formed. So it deals a lot with that, and then it touches on life lessons and how different life lessons appear in, different people and situations, and I love that. It makes so much sense, and I've had so many instances. It always happens, of course, that maybe life presents you with a lesson that you're supposed to learn, but you don't really learn it, and then you move across the ocean, or you move to a different state, or you meet new people, and then the same lesson shows up, and you're like, hey, I hear you, life. You're giving me the same lesson to learn. I hear ya. And then the last part basically talks about taking all of that knowledge and combining it so you can create the best life that you want, and you can become the best person, the best version of yourself that you'd like to be. And it gives an example of Muhammad Ali saying, I am the greatest. Now, he said I am the greatest before he was the greatest, but that's such a powerful, empowering, amazing affirmation, an amazing belief to have. I am the greatest. Because if you have a belief, I am the greatest, life will give you opportunities, life will give you people, life will give you circumstances where you will prove that you are the greatest. Because, life wants to confirm your beliefs. Life wants to make sure that your beliefs are correct, and it will keep responding to your beliefs. So if you say I am the greatest, everything's gonna arrange itself in a way that you can prove yourself that I am the greatest. So it's very, very powerful, and I feel like a lot of people are not conscious of what they think and how they talk about themselves, and how, most importantly, how they talk to themselves. Don't be one of those people that constantly says, I'm stupid, I'm so ugly, nothing ever works out with me, I have such bad luck, over and over and over again, and then you keep being surprised why those things keep happening to you. So just be a little bit more aware of what you say about yourself, about your life, how you view others, what beliefs you have about others. Do you have a belief of, oh, everybody's bad and I can't trust anyone? Or do you have a belief of all the people that I meet are gonna help me in some way and they're gonna serve a very important role? It's two drastic different beliefs, and it's gonna make you have two completely different experiences. It's gonna make you have two completely different lives and realities. So yeah, does that make sense? Oh, I think that makes sense. It sort of makes sense to me, but it's very hard to describe this book because it's only like 330 pages, but it's so dense in information. There's so much information. Like if you look at it, I constantly underline, you can't really see, but yeah, I underline, I highlight, I like write notes. That's how I read. And then I bought another book 4 days ago, and it's called Synchronicity, and oh god, I love these books so much. It's by Chris Mackey, I believe, and it talks about synchronicity and when things happen in your life that you can't really explain. It almost seems like life is like nudging you or kind of like directing you in the right direction. And the greatest example that I know every single person has is, you know, something happens, like maybe you gotta take a detour or you randomly meet this person or something happens, and then all these events come out of the one little instance where a year or 2 years later you look back and you say, oh my god, if not that one little thing, this would have not happened, and then from that, this would have not happened. Like my life would be completely different. So little things that happen throughout the day or, you know, throughout your life that you might think are just like accident or something totally unplanned. It kind of, synchronicity talks about, you know, universe kind of like taking care of you and everything being like beautifully orchestrated and guiding you in the right directions. Because, you know, sometimes you think of a person that you haven't talked to in 2 years, and then you think of messaging them, and then they call you or they message you, and it's like, you both had to have the same thought. You both have to, basically, you had to want to connect to the other person after 2 years. And like, what are the odds? That's the thing. What are the odds of you both wanting to connect to each other the same day, the same moment after 2 years? Like, there are a lot of days in a year, and 2 years later, you just kind of connect on the same day. I've actually had that happen, and that's basically synchronicity. It's something that you can't explain, you can't logically explain, you can't rationalize, so it's kind of like, that was weird, but it's synchronicity. So I've read like 30 or 40 pages, so when I'm done with it, I'll probably make another video on that book because I love it and I love books. And I hope you enjoyed this video, my little review of the book I Am the Power of Discovering Who You Really Are by Howard Falco. I highly recommend if you are into personal development, self-help, you know, spirituality, learning more about life, what is life, why am I here, questions like that. It's a fantastic book, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, if you follow me or not follow me, and if you want to follow me, that didn't make sense, on my Instagram, I'm gonna put it somewhere here. I post almost on a daily basis. I share my books, I share some inspiration, motivation, my thoughts about life, some knowledge, all of my favorite things really. So if you want to follow me, there's that, and I will see you next week. Bye.